Thank you for joining the session today. If you are new to this meetup group and all these sessions that I will do it during September month. So let me introduce myself before we learn new things today. So my name is Mail Had. It's far away from all most of your location if you are not in Middle East. I have been graduated with computer engineering bachelor degree, and I have 5 years experience within different company. So my current position actually it's a digital analyst within Schlumberger company. And why I'm here because I really like to share my knowledge across all the countries, across all the world. So that's why I have my own community. I call it Sharing is Caring group on Meetup. So if you are interested to know more about my community, all the initiatives that I'm doing through all my social media platform, I already put a link on the chat. Please go ahead and check all my website. My recently I create an Instagram. Also recently I create a TikTok. So but I'm sharing almost for 1 to 2 years, like all my initiatives on LinkedIn and Twitter. And also today I have big news that I am MVP now from Microsoft, and which is I'm super happy because now I have more responsibility, and now I need to share more and more with all the community. Actually, before I become as an MVP, I shared my knowledge. I don't know what's the meaning of MVP, and I don't know that we have something that from Microsoft. So even without MVP, I will keep sharing whatever I have because this is me and this is what I really like to do. So now let us forget about me and let us focus on what we will learn today. If you already know the session that we did it last month, actually, we focused on Power Automate and how we can build the flow and all this stuff. And also, we learned more about Power Apps. We learned the basic things about Power Apps, like what kind of uh, things that we can do with Power Apps, how we can get started. So we learned the basic things. But in this month, we will learn more and more about Power Apps. And I know most of you still beginner, and that's why I really like to start from scratch to teach you step by step. It will be really helpful for you. So what we will learn today, we will learn how we can change the layout of the gallery. I told you before that we have something we call it a gallery within Power Apps. So we will look at it. Also, we will look on how we can change the order of the field that we have it on any screen within Power Apps. We will change some format on the logic or the format that we have it on a specific labels or a specific button. Also, we will get familiar with basic formula. I will show you what kind of formula that we can use. Also, we will do some like change some colors, something based on the value. I will show you this trick also. What we will learn today also, we will learn how we can check the control within Power Apps, and we will see different screens that we have it on Power Apps by default. So let us start with the live demo. Just a minute. Okay. Let me now open Power Apps. Before we jump to the live demo, let me give you a quick overview if you are new and you don't know what's the meaning of Power Apps. So Power Apps team is actually it's a tool from Microsoft and low code, no code. So what do we mean by low code, no code? It means you don't need to have any IT background or computer engineer or any technology background to build your own application. Now with Power Apps, you will be able to build your own application in your own way. But you need to learn the basic things to start building your first application. So Power Apps, it's a tool that will help you to build your application without having that much of knowledge from IT or computer engineering or coding skills. Okay, I hope that I explain it in easiest way. I don't like to use IT words that much because I know not all of the attendees they have an IT background. That's why I'm trying my best to explain it in easiest way. So let me now open the browser and let us open now the Power Apps. Just a minute. Cool. So in our example today, what we will do, let me show you. Today, first, I would like to build an app, and actually the data source that I'm gonna use it's an Excel that I have it on my OneDrive. So let me open it from here, open Power Apps, and from there, go to data sources. And once you go to the data sources, you will be able to check like what kind of the connectors or what kind of data source that you want to connect to your Power Apps. So let's see, it will take a few seconds. So sometimes it's slow because of the connection. So hopefully it will work very fast. Okay. For time being, let me explain to you that today, if you look at the meetup session, I already put a source that our example today and our main subject that we will cover it actually it's from Microsoft Learn. And I will give you a homework after we finish that what you need to do because I will explain to you all the subject that we have it on Microsoft Learn specific for this topic. And from there, you just need to go there and mark it as a done. And I will show you something really cool on Microsoft Learn that you can collect a points while you are learning. So I will show it to you later on. Cool. So now, once we open Power Apps, once we click on the connection, you will be able to see here all the connection that available. We have a SharePoint, we have OneDrive. So actually, I would like to check my OneDrive for business, and I would like to connect to the Excel that I have it on my OneDrive for business, which is under desktop, and I call it Session 5 example. It's an Excel, and there is a specific tables within this Excel. So I need to select it. Let me check this one and connect. For example, if you have more than two tables, you can connect more than one table. Actually, it's fine. But here we have one table, and within this table, we have a specific column and the specific data, like a number, like a subject. It's a few things, not that much. So while we are connecting our data, the powerful things with Power Apps, by default, you will get the three screens. And now we will go through each screen and I'm going to explain to you why we are having the three screens and what's the difference between each screen and what kind of controls, what kind of gallery and so on. So if you look at this application here, by default, when you connect to your data source, and you start by adding your data source as a first step, Power Apps smart enough to build for you three main pages: a browse screen, detail screen, and edit screen. So let us start with the first one, which is a browse screen. If you look at it here, what do we have here? So we have here something, let me open it from here. If you are new to Power Apps, you will be able here to see the page that any end user, when you run your application, they will be able to see only this page, which is this one. Let me try to run it as a developer. The end user will be able only to see this page. They will not be able to see any things from any side. This page, it's only for you because you are the developer. So you will be able to see here a tree view, which is you can see how many screens you have within your application. Because, for example, if you open any application, for example, Amazon, when you try to submit your request, it will navigate you from one page to another. So how they develop this application, they have a different screens. Similar way we have it here in Power Apps. For each subject or for each things we have, based on your scenario, based on your business case that you have it, you can add your pages. Maybe your application only need two pages, not than 2 pages. So it's up to you at the end. But by default, you will get three main pages as a default. You can delete, you can add, it's up to you. And you will have this tree view, which is you can see how many pages you have. You can see here if you want to add any like a text label, edit form, a lot of things, which is I will explain it later on. If you want to check your data source, you will be able to check it from here. If you have like images, if you have a video, music, whatever you are adding as a media, you can add it from here and you can check whatever you have from here to edit in the future. Okay, here for this one, you are able to change, for example, the background image, the image position, and if you would like to do some action, like by adding some logic or some functionality, you can add it from here or from here. Here will help you to check what kind of things that I can do. For example, on visible, on hidden, there is a lot of things that you can do. And also, don't worry, I will give you like a reference that will help you. For example, if you don't know what's the meaning of visible, how can I check? I'm not expert in Power Apps, and not all of us that we will accept from you to learn everything at the same time. It's really difficult for you. So even me, I have this link. I save it on my browser. Whenever I have any question, I go there. For example, I don't know what's the meaning of image position, for example. There is a reference on Microsoft Documents will help you to go through each one, even the formula, and to check what you can, how you can use it, and when you can use it. I will share it later on. So now I told you that when I start talking about the outline for our agenda today or our session today, I told you that we have something we call it gallery. This one, we call it as a gallery. And I'm sure that you are familiar with the name gallery. Gallery, it will show you your items, what kind of items that you have it within your data source. For example, here, our data source is Excel, right? So by default, when you connect it, you will be able to see it as a gallery. It show you specific items. And if you noticed here, we did not write any formula because it's like this is something already built in Power Apps once you connect your data. Don't worry about it. Let us start now by thinking, how can I do some format of my gallery? So by default, when I connect my data source, I get this one. Actually, I don't want to use it. How can I change the layout of this gallery? What kind of steps that I need to do? So to change this one, first step that you need to do, click on a browse gallery from here, or you can click on it directly from this page by click like this. But here, it's not the correct way. You need to click on whole the gallery, because if you click here, it means you are clicking on a specific item, which is not the whole gallery. So now we are clicking on the gallery that we would like to change the layout. I would like to change the layout to the different style. So once you click on it and once you go here to this right side, you will be able to see here layout of your gallery. And once you click on this drop down menu, you will be able to see different style. Like, do you want to see it as a blank and you can build it from your scratch? And something really easy to do. Or do you want to see it image and title only, or image with title and subtitle? So just pick whatever you want. For example, if you have an application that it's like online shopping and you would like to add only image with the price, you can use this one. So based on your application, you can select your gallery layout. So I would like to change it from this one, which is image, title, subtitle, and body, to only image, title, and subtitle. I don't want it to see the body, which is along here. There's a lot of things here. So let me change it now. And it's showing you like, please wait, and it will take time. Cool. Now, I would like to change this category. Now I have this one, it's show me category. This item dot category. There is a functionality which is will help you. This one, it's actually a formula that will help you to get the category from your data source. So if you have a data source already connect to your Power Apps and you want to get it within your gallery, you need to type this item dot, and once you click on dot, it will show you all the names of your column. And you don't need to do it one by one. Just one will be enough. So for example, if you click on the second one, you are not able to change anything. But if you click here on edit, you will be able to change the first one, which is, will it change the whole items within your gallery? So this is very important because some people, they are confused. How can they thought that if they change one item, they need to change all the items they have it on gallery. No, within Power Apps, something really easy. You just need to change the first item based on this one. The whole list will change. Okay, so now what I'm looking for, I would like to change this category here to be as a name. I have on my Excel sheet, I have name, category, I have a price column. So I would like to change category to be as a name. So what I can do, I just need to delete category and let me select name. And once you type it by default, you will get the name here. If it's not listed, it means something wrong in your Excel or in your data source. You need to make sure to refresh it. Now look at it, it's a change. So now I don't need to change anything, only the first one. So cool. Now what if I want to change this one? This one actually it's a name. I would like to change it but from name to be as a price. The same way, I just need to click here dot and look at it. When I click, when I put like a dot after this item, it show me the name of the column that I have it on my Excel. So it's really cool. I have category, I have a name, overview, image, price. So I would like to use it. So let me type it. Cool. Now I have the price for each item. And if you notice that, I just changed the first one and from there, everything will be changed directly. Cool. Now we change the layout of the gallery. We change the items that inside the gallery. Now let us do something cool and let us move to the second page. Now, if I want to go to the detail, we will back here. We will do something else here. We will change some colors, some price currency, and a lot of things. So we will back again to this browse screen. Now, I would like to do some change on detail screen. So on the detail screen, you want to change the order of the fields that we have it here. And the controls here on this screen, it's different from the control that we have it on the browse screen. So what's the process that we need to follow? Is it the same process? If you look at on the first one, it's a gallery. But if I go to the second one, it's a form actually, and it show me detail form. So it's not gallery. So for example, here I have a category, I have an image, I have a name, I have an overview, I have a price. The question here, I know I have it by default, but how can I change the order? I don't like this order. I don't, for example, I would like to see the image to be last part of my form, detail form. So how can I do it? And notice here actually, or it's very important that for this form, whenever you are selecting from here any item, it will reflect back the data to this form. Don't worry about these details because I will explain it in more details on upcoming session. So now on detail screen, I would like to change the order for the fields that I have it here. So how can I do it? You need to click on the form, which is here, detail form. Anything inside this form, we call it card. So this one, it's a card. This one, it's a card. This one, it's a card. Okay. Now I would like to change the order. Can I do it from here? Actually, still, we don't have this functionality to move it easier here. So what you can do, click on the form, the first step. Second, here we have edit fields. Click on it, and from there, I would like to move image. So just click on it and move it. This is the first way. Second way, if I want to move the price to be here and overview after price, you can click here the second way, move it up or move it down, and so on. And if you want to remove it, you can remove it. If you can select a control, you can select. If you want to add more, you can add. So this is the correct place for you. If you have a detailed form and you want to do some change for order or adding the control or whatever you are doing, you can change it from the edit fields from detail form from this page. Okay, cool. So we learned how we can change the layout of the gallery. We learned how we can change the order of the fields within the detail screen. Now let us go to the third screen and do some cool stuff here. Here, I would like to do or to change the order again. How can I do this? If you look at it here, we have edit form. And if you look at here, we have a detail form, which is, it's a control actually, but different scenario. Here, you can look at the data, but you cannot edit unless you click on the edit button, which is will navigate you to this page. That's why we need to have another page will help you to edit your data. So now, once I click on edit, similar way, I would like to change the order to be the image here because it doesn't make sense that on detail screen I have the image here and when the user, let me show you, when the user click here, it's not the same order, which is, it doesn't make sense, right? So that's why I would like to make the same order, the one that I have it on detail. So similar way, click on edit form, edit from right side, click on edit fields and just move the image here. And we have the price, I think overview price, let me check. Overview and price, cool. Now, if you look at this one, actually it's a multi-lines, right? And multi-line text. And here it show me one line. And for the user, it's not helpful for them to go like, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. And especially if you are using this application from your phone, it's not a desktop form. So what you can do, how you can change the control type. This one actually, it's a control. We call it a control. But how can I change the control? Because this one, if you look at it, it's a data card value. It means some control, something will happen here. So how can I change it? You need to click on overview here on this data card value. And from there, you can see the mode. We have like password, single line, we have a multi-line. You need to click on it. And once you click on it, you will be able to make it as a multi-line and it will be really easy for the user. So that's why once you build your application, just make sure to understand your data, your columns. If you have like a SharePoint list or Excel, whatever you are having, make sure to understand your data. And from there, you can do a lot of things, especially if you are using a form or gallery, which is the most important things to show your data to the end user using gallery. And if you want the end user to edit the data, the best way is to use a form within your application. Okay, so now let us see what we can do with the browse screen or detail screen. We can do a lot of things. So we learned how we can change the layout of the gallery from browse screen. Also, we learned how we can change the order of the fields that we have it on the form. We learned how we can change the control type. For example, here I change it to be as a multi-line. Even you can change whatever you are having here. So similar way, you can do whatever you want for all the fields that you have it here. Now, let me talk more about controls. I think that you heard more about that we have something we call it controls and Power Apps. For example, this one we call it control. This one we call it control. So a control actually is a user interface element that help the end user to do some action or shows information. So many controls in Power Apps are similar to control that you have used it in the apps like label, we have a text input, we have a box, we have a drop down list. So even the navigation elements, a lot of controls that we have it. So now I will highlight the most important controls that we have it on Power Apps that will help you during your first application. So if you go to insert from here and you click on it, you will be able to see a label. You will be able to see a button. You will be able to see a text. You will be able to see input, a lot of things. From the name label, it's something really easy, just a label to show specific value with the text numbers, so on. Button to do some action, navigate to specific page. Text here if you have HTML, if you have a text input, label, pin input. So a lot of things, and it's something really easy to use based on your form or your gallery. But the most important things that I really would like to highlight is the gallery. Actually, this control are the layout, and it's the way to hold a set of controls that show the record from your data source. So gallery, it's the way to show your data source. What do you have in your data source? And if you want to add some data, some actions, you can add. For example, here, if you go to the browse screen, this one, it's a gallery. And as I mentioned, it's the way to show what kind of data source you have. And if I run it, I'm able to see, for example, what kind of data source I have, and something really easy for the user to look at all the data as a one page. So this is the main control that I would like to highlight it because I use it on most of my application. Second one, we have something we call it form, and form actually it will show the details about about your data, like, and let you to create and edit record. For example, here to show you and what's the difference between gallery and form. Here, it's a gallery. It show me the item. But if I want to do some edit to my item without going back to my SharePoint or Excel, I can do it from the application directly. You can click here. This icon will help me or navigate me to go to the second page, which is this one. This one, it's a form. It show me the details, more details about my item, which is you don't need to add this one. You can add immediately the edit record or the edit form. And once I click here, it will show me this one. This one we call it edit form. And actually it will help me to edit my data. For example, here, if I want to make it like 100 or whatever, and once I click submit, there is some action will happen here. So as I mentioned, once you connect your data, Power Apps will be smart enough to add the main functionality like submit, edit, delete, and here we go. It's updated and very quick. So this is the difference between gallery and form. Gallery will help you to show your data, what you kind of data that you have. The form, you have two types of form, edit or display. Display, we can see the detail screen here. It's a display form, will help you to see what kind of information, but you cannot do any action. Edit form will help you to edit your record and update it directly to your data source by using some formula and logic within specific button or icons. Okay, so we have a gallery, we have a form. Where is the form? Sorry, here. We have media. Media, it's something really cool. For example, if you want to add an image to your form or gallery or your application, barcode scanner. Actually, I built an app to scan a code for a specific asset that we have it within our company, and it's really helpful application. So you can add your barcode scanner. This is already under media control. We have a Microsoft Stream. Microsoft Stream, it's like a YouTube, but we use it within the organization. So there's a lot of media integration within Power Apps will help you to add it to your application and make it more useful. Like if you have a videos, if you have a audio, if you have a microphone, someone would like to record their voice based on your application, you can select from all the input or all the controls that we have it. So under insert, we have a difference control, and we went through the main things like a gallery, forms, media, even a chart. Actually, charts, this control let you to add a charts so the user can perform analysis while they are on the road actually, and it will help them while, for example, if I have an application and it will track how many I'm spending money during this month. So I can add, for example, a form like today I spent 1K, for example, which is I would never ever do it, and I save it on my data source. Okay, and once I save it, I would like to see a chart. It show me like similar to the bank, like how many I have on my bank account and how many I spend this month. So you can do some charts, and this is really helpful. Or if you are familiar with Power BI, you can add whatever you have in your Power BI dashboard and you can add it to your application. by connect your data source that you have it on your application to your Power BI. And I'm thinking to do a specific session about it. It's really a cool feature. And I just wanted to make sure that everyone familiar with Power BI and Power Apps, so I can show you more functionality. So if you are familiar with Power BI and you are familiar with Power Apps, go ahead and start look at to this control. It's really helpful control if you are working in both. Okay. Now I would like to go back to the browse screen, and I will show you what kind of controls we have here. I already explained to you the control that we have it. We have a gallery, we have a form, we have a lot of things. But now I will do with you some exercise, and we will go through one page and another page, and we will see what kind of control that we have it. For example, on the browse screen, we know for sure, because I already mentioned it 100 times, that we have the first control is browse gallery one, which is the gallery control that we have it, and it show you the data from your data source. So we have number one, a gallery. What kind of control that we have it? We have this one. So how this one, it's a control. If you look at it, there is some action here. It's a button, and the button under the control side. And once you click on it, you will be able to create a new form. So this one, so when this control is selected, it will open the second page. Let's try it together. So if I click on it, it's supposed to open the details screen. Cool. Here we go. Sorry, it will open edit screen, because here it will open the edit screen and without data. It means go ahead and add your data. Cool. What else we have here? We have a gallery. We have this button as a to add your data. Also, we have this one. So if I click on it, there is some action will happen, right? So when this control is selected, it will open another page, which is this one, the details page. Let me go back. Cool. So let us go back here. So here we have a three main control. We have the gallery, it show me the data. We have this button will help me to navigate to the detail, to the edit screen to add a new record. And this one will navigate me to the detail screen to see the detail based on the one that I selected from gallery. So actually, why do we have this one? Or you can change it whatever you want to add. This one will help you based on the formula or the logic that we have it here. Once I click on it, it will show me the details of the selected item. So if I go back and check the formula that I have it here, and let me check, it will show me, once I select this one, show me the data for this one. Select and parent, it means the data that I have it here. And that's why today we don't need to add any function, because we already import our data source, and Power Apps smart enough to build for me whatever I want, which is the three main screen. But in the future, we will do a lot of a change, because the scenario will change. So we will have a new business case. It doesn't mean that every time when I want to do or build any application, it means I need only three screens. So maybe I would like to do a shopping application, maybe awards application. So based on your application, you can change whatever you want. So now let us move to the second one and check how many controls we have. If we look at it here, we have, I already mentioned it before, we have the form, which is which form? It's not edit, it's display form, which is will help me to check and read the data from the gallery that's selected. Okay, and what we have also here, we have this one. This one actually, or this icon will help me to navigate, and once I select it, it will open for me the edit and screen that I have it, which is the third screen. And which also will help the user to edit the current item. So if I go back to the browse screen here, and for example, let me select this one, golden. When I click on it, it show me similar item that I selected from gallery. And now this is the detail screen. Once I click here, which is I have here two controls, detail form, and I have this icon. Once I click on it, I supposed to go to the third page, which is the edit screen, and edit the data and do whatever. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and save it. Now, let us go back, and whatever you are doing to your data, it will reflect back. Now, let me go. So now we agree that on the second screen, I have two controls. Now let's see the third screen. How many controls do we have? If I look to this screen here, actually, team, I have one, which is the form, similar way, but it's edit form. And I have second one, which is this icon will help me once I select it to save it on the data source. Whatever the user change, it will be saved on our data source. So now you are able to recognize the controls that we have it. For example, if you start to build your application by using a specific template on Power Apps, so you will be able to recognize, oh, this one, it's a control. No, this one, it's not a control. So you will be able to see what's the main controls that we have it on Power Apps. So now we learned the controls, what kind of different controls, how I can check from one page to another. Now I would like to show you some basic formula that will help you to understand more and more while we are going to the second to the a new topic, which is will be next week. So now if I go back to this gallery, and actually if I look to this item here, which is the price, it doesn't show me like it's a price, right? It show me as a number, which is maybe it's a, I don't know what's the meaning of this number, right? There is no like a dollar sign or nothing. So what if I want to add a dollar sign here without going back to my original data? Actually, I would like to add it within my application. So what do I need to do? What kind of things that I need to do? What you need to do, similar way that we did it before, click on it. I would like to change the formula here to be as a text. And from there, I will add the dollar sign. So what I need to do here, let me delete this one. I will add here some formula, we call it text, which is will help you to change the value from, for example, like a number to text, whatever. But here I'm changing to text because I'm gonna add the dollar sign. So that's why I'm gonna use a dollar sign, the text formula. Then from there, I will add this item data price, because this item data price, it will go to the data source. It means this item go and to our data source, go and read the price column that we have it on Excel and add it to my gallery. This item, it means this label or this one that we selected. From there, I will add this comma and I will add the dollar sign. Let me add the dollar sign. Where is it? Here we go. And what I will do, I will add this one and 0, 0. And from there, I will close it. Cool. Here we go. Don't worry about memorize the formula, because there is a lot of useful link that you can go through it and check. For example, even me, sometimes I'm looking for a specific formula, and sometimes actually I'm building my own formula by just trying out if it's correct or wrong. And sometimes it's working, sometimes for sure it's not working. So you can search on the documents that I will share it with you later on. There is a lot of cool formula, and based on this one, you can put your logic. So this is the basic one, which is I would like to add only dollar sign by converting my numbers to be as a text, and from there I will read my data from my Excel and add the dollar sign. Cool. Now I would like to change the color. For example, here, if the color may be more than 5 or something, I would like to change it to be red or green. So how can I do this? What kind of formula that I can add? So what I can do, I need similar way. Click on it, but you cannot add it here. Here it show me text. Text, it means the value that you have it here. So we have something, we call it color. So you need to search about color. And if you look at it here, we have a lot of things. We have a font, we have a display mode, we have a color. So I will click on color. And once you click on it, it show me it's a black color. If you are familiar with the hexadecimal numbers, RGBA numbers, so you will recognize this number. If not, so don't worry. What you need to do here it means if this price like more than 5, show me red. If less than 5, show me green. So how can I do this? It means I need to use if conditions. So if this is the way to show me and to check if this number equal or less or whatever you are looking. So I will use if, and similar way, what do I need to look at it? This item. And the powerful things actually with Power Apps, once you click something, it will show you the function that we have it available. And if it's more than 5, comma, this is the first condition. Color, I will explain the formula now. Color, red. We have the color already built in, but if you want to have a specific color, you can check on the hexadecimal number and you can add it here. And let me add another comma. If not, show me a green. Cool. Now let me see. Now we have a different colors. Really cool. But now let me explain to you the formula. I will give you a homework, but I will explain it now. Look at if conditions, how it's work in general, not only in Power Apps. Maybe it's if you are familiar with Excel, similar way. So if condition actually it's working by if you need to add first the condition, like if this item more than 5, if this one correct, show me this one. If it's not correct, it's supposed to be false, which is this one. So it's the formula of if condition true, false. If this condition is true, show me this one. If not, show me this one. So this is how if condition is working within Power Apps. And something really easy, it's the basic things of the if condition. It's not complicated, but sometimes you need to put if inside if and will help you to make sure the formula is working correctly. But in our scenario today, it's very simple. And just to show you the concept. And if you are familiar with the Excel format and Excel formula that we have, it's this logic will be something really easy for you. You just need to practice, and while you are practicing, you will get more familiar with all the formula that we have it. So let us review very quick what we learned today. Today we learned how we can change the layout of the gallery. We learned that if we connect our data directly to our Power Apps, you will get the 3 main page screens by default in your Power Apps, which is a browse screen, detail screen, edit screen. You can change the name, you can delete the pages, you can add your own page from here. So it's up to you. But today we focused on a few things like how we can change the layout, what kind of controls that we have it on Power Apps. Also, we went through different type of form, edit form, like a display form, edit form. And also we went through like, how can I change the color for a specific item here, which is something really easy. Also, we went how we can change, for example, the item here from category to be as a name, to change the way how we can read the data on the gallery. And actually, you can do more and more. For example, if I want to change the style of the gallery, I want to remove the picture, add another picture. It's up to you at the end. It's like you can do whatever you want. You just need to learn the basic first. And for example, here we have an icon that will navigate me to another screen. Also, we learned like how can I submit. So once I add the data here, you can click here. And by default, we have a submit form, which is linked directly to our Excel. Today, we will not go through the more details about like what's how we can connect or how we can type a long formula. It will be something heavy for you. So today we learned the basic things, and hopefully that I covered very well, because an upcoming session we will spend really 2 hours by going through more details. Also, we will have a quiz. But what I want from you, um, let me open something here. Let me go back just a minute and let me open it here. Let me go back. No, let me open the meetup. So I will show you the link. Just a minute. If you go to our session today, I want you to go to the session. From here, if you go down, there is a references here I added. Click on it. First, if you don't have a Microsoft Learn account, create one. This one will help you in the future. Uh, so you just need to sign in by adding your email, and from there you will collect a points. For example, here you have 600. It's up on the based on the models that we have it based on the courses. So today we learned all this stuff. You need to go and click on start. And what I want from you, just review what we learned today, because I covered all the subject that we have it today, which is 5 units, to implement whatever we are having here to be as a live demo, because this is the best way for you to understand more. It's better than reading, actually. And especially if you are beginner, you need someone to show you as a live demo. That's why I prefer to do it as a live demo, not only reading and the slides. So what I need from you, go there. If you don't want to read, don't read, because I already explained it to you. If you want to review whatever, review it and click on next till you reach the last unit, which is a quiz here, a 3 question. Try to solve it. If you solve it, like if you cannot solve it correctly, it's fine, you can retake it. And once you finish it, you will get like a patch, like you finished the first course of Power Apps or whatever you are taking, and you will be able to connect to collect a points, and it will save to your account. Let me try to sign in and show you how and actually there's a levels. For example, if you start from 1, you will be able to reach level number 1, level 2. I think now I'm level 15. Let me try to log in, just a minute. So this is what I really want from you. I will share the link, or you already have it on the meetup. Go there, look at it. Try to log in, because for the upcoming session, we will do the same. So if you want to review the course before you attend the session, it's fine. You can look at it. I already put the reference for each course. And here we go. Once you create your account, you will be able to see how many level you have. For now, I'm level 15. I supposed to be more because I stopped like last month, so I need to learn more and more. And you can check your profile. For example, if you go to your profile, you will be able to see, for example, what kind of certification you have, how many activities you have, how many trophies you have. It's something really, really cool. And you can share it through the community and inspire other. So this is what I really suggest for you. And as I'm explaining whatever we have here on Meetup, so it will be something easy for you. Just take the 3 or 4 questions, answer it, and that's it. You will be able to collect the points and the trophies. So this is what we have today. If you have any question, team, feel free to talk to me at any time on my social media. Uh, I'm active in all my social media account. You already have my link here on the chat, like LinkedIn, my website, Agent008, everywhere. You can reach me out everywhere. I'm everywhere. So I'm trying to cover all the social media accounts. So hopefully it's the easiest way for you to reach me out. And I really enjoyed today. by following, if you notice that I'm following a new methodology of sharing my knowledge by by sharing whatever we have on Microsoft Learn. It's something more organized for you, and it will help me also to have a live demo with more exercise. So if you have any question, just let me know, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, team. And by the way, tomorrow I will have a session. It's like the book that I'm reading. It's like how we can see the product, how we can sell our product in much better way by looking to the customer profile, value map, a lot of cool stuff. So if you are interested, feel free to join us, and you can learn the new things. And this session will be recorded, posted on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much. Okay, we have here, please share the next session link. Okay, sure. Just a minute. Let me share it with you. It's on my Meetup, but you can find all the session here. And also, you can check all the upcoming session on my website. Let me show you the link. Just a minute, team. Next session, we will have a quiz, and the winner will get some prize. So just prepare yourself, and we will have a fun by next session. So thank you, team. Have a nice day. Bye bye.